Hello. The weather picture across Northern Europe is looking very unsettled in the coming days. An area of low pressure showing up as a beautiful curl of cloud here on the latest satellite picture, causing a lot of problems in terms of producing heavy rainfall, particularly on Wednesday for the low countries down into the Alps. And torrential rain possible for some southern reaches of France, and the showers move across towards the Balkans. Looking dry and brighter for Turkey, for Cyprus, for the Greek islands as well, but the showers starting to advance from the north as the day pans out. They'll drift their way eastwards towards Romania, towards Hungary, extending further north into Poland. Clearer skies for Sardinia, Corsica and the Balearics. Eastern Spain spared at this stage, but further west, another pair of weather fronts coming in, promising wet and windy weather later on in the day, and then generally just adding to that unsettled pattern across the northern half of Europe, if you like, on into Thursday. More heavy rain again then for some southern reaches of France. We could see some local problems here. I anticipate with flooding. Things do, however, look like they will settle down quite considerably by the time we get into next week. It also looks, as we see the weather settling down, that things will start to turn warmer to up to 26, for example, in Paris by Monday. Still looking pretty unsettled further east from Moscow for a time yet. Hello. It is the rainy season at the moment for Kenya and Tanzania, but they've both played host to some unseasonably wet weather in recent days. It looks like there'll be more showers here too in the next 48 hours or so. Further south, some heavier downpours also for the eastern side of South Africa as the weather front sweeps through. To the north of the continent, a dry story, but sandstorms could become an increasing issue, looking particularly gusty across the Sahara for the next few days, and also further east across Egypt. In terms of our outlook for the coming days, there's still plenty of sunshine to be found in Cape Town. Fine for Dakar, much wetter outlook for Dar es Salaam, and showers on and off affecting Nairobi. Further north, and there's some sunshine for Algiers and Casablanca, just the odd chance of a shower longer term for Kinshasa. Across the Middle East, a lot of dry weather on the face of it for the next few days. The weather system pulling away from the Caucasus. A chance, though, of some wetter weather for Turkmenistan for a time through the latter part of the week. Some of that rain turning really heavy. But it's not all plain sailing for Saudi Arabia and around the Gulf. Strengthening winds mean a risk of quite severe dust and sandstorms for a time Wednesday into Thursday. Along with our sunshine, of course, we have plenty of heat for the coming days, and generally actually quite a lot of fine weather aside from the sandstorms. Hello. We have some unseasonably warm weather at the moment across northernmost Argentina, parts of Paraguay and Bolivia, but this weather system coming in from the south will eventually introduce cooler air here for the next few days. The warm air is spilling down from Brazil, where it's looking pretty dry across the interior at the moment. Still plenty of showers to be found further north, however. That said, the seasonal rains are pushing their way further north at the moment, but for northern Venezuela, with a lot of sunshine in the next couple of days, I think we'll see above average temperatures. Plenty of showers across the north coast of Brazil, some scattered ones for the east coast, but across the interior, as I said, a lot of dry and warm weather. Some wetter conditions sweeping across Buenos Aires on Tuesday, but then we move into much clearer weather for the remainder of the week, and that's reflected in our outlook. Temperatures coming up by a couple of degrees as well. Rio peaking at 31 despite some cloud on Thursday. Chance of a shower here by Saturday. For Central America, often grey for Mexico City, a lot of low cloud around here, drizzly outbreaks of rain, isolated showers elsewhere, most likely for Costa Rica and for Panama, perhaps for northern Cuba and the Bahamas, particularly through the second half of the week, thanks to more unsettled conditions extending south from the US. But for Freeport, it is looking much drier and brighter once again by Saturday and Sunday. Hello. Asia Pacific and Australasia are our stop-offs on this look at the world weather. We begin with our Asian satellite picture, where you can see plenty of showers crowding in to Indonesia and Malaysia once again. Much clearer skies further north across China. Big area of high pressure here, which extends across into the Korean Peninsula and will cover most of Japan on Wednesday as well. To the north for Hokkaido, still some rain around. Elsewhere, clear blue skies, sunshine, and some significant warmth building in the likes of Beijing in the next few days. It's a largely dry story as we move across Vietnam and Cambodia. Some heavier showers, though, just sliding into northern Thailand for a time, but Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia still in line for some heavier falls of rain in the coming days. Looks like the heat could peak at up to 37 degrees in Beijing on Saturday before more unsettled conditions come in on Sunday. For Australia, a pair of weather fronts running in from the Bight to the southeast will bring some heavy rain through the next few days. Thundery rain, quite gusty winds, also looking unsettled for Tasmania. New Zealand sits under an area of high pressure, and it should do so, I think, for the remainder of this week. So there'll be a lot of dry weather here and some sunshine, but the high will start to break down for the weekend, and then those fronts will roll through, and it will be looking, I think, pretty stormy, but especially for the South Island with some heavy rain to come. Hello. Some increasingly frequent and certainly heavy thunderstorms are set to affect really much of India through the course of the next few days. We've seen some pretty potent thunderstorms across eastern reaches of late and to the northeast and affecting Bangladesh. Definitely more heavy rain here in the course of the next 24 to 48 hours. But showers breaking out elsewhere, quite well scattered. Some areas will avoid them, but where the showers do occur, deluges of rain are possible along with squally winds. As we head further north, it's a drier story across Kazakhstan, some warmth around in Nur-Sultan, but some wetter weather as we make our way towards Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan. Turkmenistan could see some significant rainfall actually the latter part of the week as a weather system pushes across from the Caucasus. But Pakistan, a lot of sunshine and some warmth. Isolated showers across the Western Ghats should, I think, be essentially dry for the Maldives, but expect some heavier rain across Sri Lanka at times, and then showers crowding into particularly, I think, Madhya Pradesh and the northeast of India as we look at Wednesday and Thursday. Many of the showers managing to avoid Dhaka. Islamabad does look fine for the next few days until we see some rain as we go into the beginning of the following week. Some very changeable conditions further north for Tashkent. Hello. We're set to see some significant heat building across Southern California and Arizona in the next few days, potentially up to 40 degrees Celsius in Arizona by Thursday. That could be a new record for the time of year. We will see some cooler air, though, chasing its way down across the plains and eastwards through the course of the next 48 hours behind this weather front here, and cooler air running into much warmer air. The perfect recipe, of course, to brew up some pretty significant storms. This weather front could have some notable impacts as it pushes across towards the Mississippi Valley in the next 24 to 48 hours. Heavy rain, squally winds, maybe even some tornadoes. It's looking very turbulent through the likes of the deep south, particularly as we get on into Wednesday. So let's head in and take a closer look at what that low is doing. Feeding some rain into the Great Lakes region across the Midwest, and then it's this trailing front that's going to have the really potent storms associated with it. Rain anywhere really from Texas all the way through to Florida by the time we get to Thursday. So in terms of our outlook, quite mixed fortunes for the US and Canada. We do have a low for the Pacific Northwest, bringing some rain on Wednesday, drier and brighter here by Thursday. Meanwhile, further east, it looks like it'll be Jackson and Atlanta seeing some of the worst of the wet weather on Wednesday, and then the turn of Jacksonville and Miami on Thursday.